Hi, Expert Thomas here from thebestbreakupadvice.com. I wanted to make a video about the magic of making up, make a quick review of T.W. Jackson's system, and let you know how I came across this system and how I used it to get my ex back. Now, when I went through my breakup, it was very devastating. I'm not going to get into my breakup and what I went through and everything because my whole story, my complete story, is in my free bonus guide. So, when I went through my breakup, it was very devastating, and a lot of things happened. And I really wanted to learn how to get my ex back. Now, the thing was with me is, I'm kind of cheap. I didn't want to go and spend hundreds of dollars on some kind of relationship counselor, advisor, or therapist. I didn't want to do that. To be honest with you, I think some of them are overrated. Just because you have a piece of paper, you went to college for 4 years, isn't the most important thing. Do these people have any kind of real experience? Why would you want to learn from somebody that just has some kind of piece of paper and no real experience? So, the cheap guy I am, I went online to look for some free information. I went online and I was trying to find out how to get my ex back. And I kept on running into T.W. Jackson's system, the magic of making up. And I kept on running into his system. People kept on recommending his system. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. So I started to investigate it. I went to the Better Business Bureau to find out if there were any negative reviews, to see if it was a scam. I checked out forums, websites, blogs. I looked at people's comments. I tried to find out anything negative about the system. I could not find anything negative. So after my research, I decided to buy his book. Even though I'm kind of cheap and it cost me like 30 some bucks or something. But I wanted to really get my ex back, and I didn't care. I would do anything to get her back and get re-engaged because we were engaged. So I started following his system. I read his system. I started following the system. And I read the book like 5 or 10 times. I read his book many times. I studied his system. I studied it. I studied it. I studied it. I studied it. And I studied it. I studied it like my life depended on it because I didn't want to mess up. I wanted to make sure I did everything right. I didn't want to do anything wrong. I wanted to make sure I did everything he told me. So, after I got done studying it, I started to apply everything that he was telling me I should do in his system. One of the things that I used in his system was the fast-forward technique. This is a technique that helps you get over the breakup. You see, when I went through my breakup, I was devastated. I was emotionally unstable. I was jacked up. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I took my 2-week vacation from my job very early, and I sat down at home on my couch crying. I was depressed, So I started using the fast forward technique, and I wasn't depressed no more. You see, what happens is, when you become depressed, and you keep saying bad things, negative things, and you keep becoming depressed, all day, every day, what happens is your conscious mind feeds into your subconscious mind. So when you keep saying you're depressed, you keep saying you can't live without your ex, you keep saying all these negative things, your conscious mind feeds into your subconscious mind, and therefore you trick yourself to becoming really depressed to where you can't eat or sleep. And that's where it can get really unhealthy and dangerous. So the fast forward technique tricks your conscious mind to trick your subconscious mind to not be depressed anymore. Phenomenal technique. Phenomenal. I use it every day just about. I use it when I go on some kind of physical activity or before I make some of these videos because this technique helps me focus and helps me not to be so nervous and it helps me to have more of a clear state of mind. Phenomenal technique. Fast forward technique. Phenomenal. Like I tell people that are following my free training course, Getting Love and Keeping It, the first step of getting back together is to get over the breakup. So if you can't get over the breakup, you can't get back together. So a fast forward technique is phenomenal. Another thing I used in his system was the instant reconnect technique. The instant reconnect technique. This technique helps you connect with your ex, on another level, physically. It helps you test the waters, so to speak, to find out if your ex is really comfortable around you. I used it one time when me and my ex went out on a date. We went out to a cold mountain to get some ice cream. and we had some ice cream, and I used the instant reconnect technique as we were eating our ice cream. And I found out that she was comfortable with me being close. So as we were leaving the restaurant, I went to grab her hand after I used the technique again. I grabbed her hand, and she did not pull away. I was shocked. I started smiling and kind of laughed a little bit. And she goes, "Thomas, what are you laughing about? What's so funny?" And I said, "Nothing, nothing." And the truth was, I used the technique, and it worked. I was blown away. I couldn't help but show my excitement. Another thing that I used in the magic making up was the second chance letter. The second chance letter. This is a letter that you will hand write and mail to your ex. This letter is very personal. There is a lot of psychology involved in this letter. In this letter, you will tell your ex that you are over the breakup, that you are sorry for what happened, and you will tell them that a lot of great things have happened since the breakup. Now, when they read this letter, they're thinking, wow, they're over the breakup? That's good. They're taking full responsibility of it. Well, I think I made some mistakes too. Wow, great things have happened. Well, I wonder what the great things are that happened. And after they read this letter, they should want to contact you. So when I use this letter, after about a week or so after I sent it, my ex contacted me. I couldn't believe it. I got a phone call. I was ecstatic. And we started talking. She said, "Hey, I got your letter. I read your letter. Thanks a lot. It made me feel better." I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, thanks for, taking some responsibility for what happened. Thanks for being understanding. Glad to see that you're over it. And what are the great things that have been going on?" So we had this big conversation, great conversation. And then I took her out to eat. Then we went to the cold mountain to have ice cream. And that's when I used the instant reconnect technique. So the magic of making up system works. There's no question about it. It works, and it can work for everybody. This system has helped like 60-some thousand people in like 67 countries around the world. It's amazing. And I know what some people are thinking. Well, I'm different. This system can't help me. I'm going through this. I'm like this. This happened. It can't help me. I'm too far along in this breakup. I'm too messed up. It can't help me. The truth is, this system can help anybody. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're at. All breakups go through the same process. Breakups are very predictable. This happens, that happens, and this happens. It's very predictable when something does happen or when something doesn't happen. All breakups are just different people in different places and different stories. That's it. It's all the same stuff. The same things happen. Predictable. The magic making up is a system. You apply it to your situation and you tweak it to work for you and you follow the guidelines. It will work. It's that simple. That simple. That plain and dry right there. It will work for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. Now that I made it very clear that this system has helped me and it does work indeed. You may still be skeptical or think it's a scam. Well, listen. Skepticism is good as long as it leads to investigation. If you're skeptical about something and if you don't investigate it, why be skeptical? You have no reason to be. So at least investigate something if you are skeptical. And I did my investigation, and I found out this system does work, and it worked for me. And it worked for anybody. Now, for some odd reason, if you can't afford this system or you can't get this system, whatever the case may be, you cannot get a hold of this, whatever it is, I can help you get your ex back. I can teach you for free exactly how to get your ex back. If you sign up to my free training course, Getting Love and Keeping It, and read my free bonus guide, you will find out exactly how to get your ex back for free. Because I want to help everybody out with their breakups. Everybody. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs this information. So if you want some free advice, you want to find out exactly how to get your ex back for free, sign up to my free training course, Getting Love and Keeping It, and read my free bonus guide. I'll talk to you soon. You have a good day. Bye.